Wait, before we get into the
Okay.
one we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
this the girl that went to Syria.
Oh my god, I was just looking at her phone and that's what I wanted to talk
I
about.
haven't seen that yet.
You haven't seen it? Oh my god.
Do you know she's cheeky?
How the audacity. Oh my no, they can't let her back. So basically, did you hear about the girls that yeah. So obviously they left their house in the morning pretending they were going to school. And they went to where they go? Syria. Or they went to Turkey first.
So
yeah,
15,
exactly.
15. They were 15 at the time.
So they left.
They left in school uniform. Went to the airport.
I went to the airport.
I think they flew to Turkey first, and then from Turkey they do like a journey into Syria. And then yeah, so obviously to become a jihadi's wife or whatever. So they want
the intention. They knew.
Yeah, so they knew what they were doing. With the intention, they wanted to marry a jihadi's wife. They wanted to fight the oppressors and all of this nonsense. And then so like fast forward till what? Was it last week?
Yeah.
Was it this week? No,
it was around this week. Or okay, maybe like late last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she gets was this her first? No, she had a child. No,
she was
two pregnant,
children.
But
she's had 2 children before. One of them made it to 8 months, and the other made it to 20 months.
Yeah.
So now she was pregnant. They're dead. Both of them died.
Yeah.
Because like you're in Syria, there's not much proper healthcare there.
Yeah.
And like, especially when you're part of ISIS.
Yeah.
I don't think their healthcare plan out there is covers. I don't think it covers childbirth.
So then so she's pregnant again, and then now she wants to come back to the UK
to do what?
So that her child
can reap the benefits of.
Basically,
I'm like, no, you stay where you are.
Reap the benefits of the state that you left to go and fight against.
Yeah. Stay where you are.
Ugh. You know she's giving birth.
She's giving birth already?
She gave birth today.
Nah, you stay there, bruv.
But the thing is, they're saying, like, even though they don't want to let her back, legally they can't not let her
She can't
in.
be stateless or something.
Yeah, she can't be stateless.
But so she chose the state.
No, she's chosen the state. ISIS is her state.
That's why I say she's cheeky, because she knows she can come back. I think she's smart, because I don't think she could be so openly confident about coming back.
And the way she
said, I want to come back.
Pissed me off.
She said, I'm going to come back, and I don't regret going to Syria. She said she enjoyed herself. Like, she liked it out there, but
she saw people being. She didn't see people beheaded, but she saw like heads in the bins and stuff.
Like, she likes that.
Yeah.
She spoke it like she spoke about it like she just came back from like Disneyland, or like the way she spoke about it was just so like it sounded normal.
Yeah. She's not remorseful. So, and the thing is, she knows that they can't not let her in. That's why I say she's smart. She wouldn't be so confident about saying I want to come back if she didn't have a chance. Yeah.
How rude.
But the thing is, my thing is like now she's been to like Syria, and then like potentially, because I think the worry is if they let her back, what if she then does a terrorist attack?
I think if they let her in, then she's gonna be watched 24.
Yeah.
So
the thing is, they have to. The fact that she's saying that she wants to come back, and she's letting them know that she wants to come back.
Yeah.
I think she knows that they're gonna keep tabs on her.
Careful, yeah.
Like if she's to come back, it's gonna be on their terms. So she's gonna be in custody. But I think she just came back for the child. She's given birth, and that's the thing.
When her child is healthy enough, she'll go back to Syria to go back to her jihadi husband.
I think they'll keep her here. You know.
You think they'll keep her here?
I think they'll keep her here. I think
Is
but
that
they'll
allowed?
keep. I don't know, but I mean, they can take your passport and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
But there's always ways around it though.
But if she's already in custody, because my guess is that if they're to let her back, they'll take the child away from her, and the child's probably going to go into the system, and then they'll keep her in custody. Like, they'll probably put her in prison or something like that, because she's committed crimes, no? Or I
don't think she committed a crime.
That's true.
I don't know. It's just
that's why I'm saying, like, even though they don't want to let her back, they can't not let her back.
Because for one, she hasn't committed a crime.
Yeah.
Two, Technically she's British.
She's British, yeah. Not even technically. She's
British. Yeah.
She's a British citizen, so they can't. I don't know.
Can you imagine?
The worst they can do is just keep her in custody, but then on what grounds?
Yeah, you can't keep.
That's why she's smart. Like, she knows what she's doing.
I was gonna say she's played the system.
Yeah,
she's played the game very well.
How rude.
And it's just the way that she says it. Like, she doesn't have any remorse. Like, she doesn't regret going out there. Like, she did what she had to do.
Wow,
she went to marry some Dutch guy.
Said.
She went to marry some Dutch guy. She said that they, like, I think she went with 3 other friends. It's like,
there's 3 of them.
Yeah, so they applied. Imagine you applied
to be part of ISIS.
No, she applied to be married.
Oh.
So she's applied to be married to an English-speaking member. So when they got there, they were put in like a kind of camp. So while they're waiting for a suitable husband to be assigned to them. So obviously now they've, I think her friend, she married, I think a German guy.
Yeah.
And then another friend married someone else from Europe. Then another one married, I can't remember, but I think it's like an East African country. And then she married a Dutch guy, but obviously they will speak English.
Yeah.
And then, she had the first child, only survived for 8 months. Second child survived for like 20. How many years is that?
That's almost
12.
2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a year and 10 months, probably.
Yeah,
a year months. And 8 months?
No.
A year and 8 months. 12 months in a year. Plus 8 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Months,
So
So a year and 8 months. And then now she had the third one. So she doesn't want to. She's just cheeky, man. And then she's gonna.
Did you see Katie Hopkins' video?
Nah.
She posted a video. I hate that woman so much, but like some of the points she was making, was just like
it made sense.
Yeah.
It's like you can't now not argue with this woman. You can't now argue with this woman and say that you're wrong for saying what you're saying.
Everyone else, she's saying what everyone is thinking.
Yeah.
What did she say?
So basically, she's just like there's no way you can let this girl back in. Like she knew what she was doing when she went away to Syria. Like she knew she was gonna be a jihadi's wife, and now to say that you want to come back because of the benefits of like healthcare for her child, it's like
should have thought about that before you left, love.
Mate, that's just cheeky.
I had a good time in Syria.
How does that even? Oh God.
Oh my God.
It is so mad. The bravery of some people.
She said, I don't regret it because it changed me as a person. It made me stronger, tougher. I married my husband. I wouldn't have found someone like him back in the UK. I had my kids.
How do you know?
I did have a good time there. Just at the end, things got harder and I couldn't take it anymore. So she gave birth yesterday, which is Saturday.
She gave birth yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh.
So where is she now?
And she's pleading
still
with
there.
the authorities to let her come home to raise him. So she even wants to raise the child.
Here.
Yeah. Okay, now she's definitely cheeky.
Taking the piece, mate.
So she wants to come here and not be arrested.
But again, she hasn't committed a crime.
That's true.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
It is. Oh my gosh.
The audacity.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Ghost Banks.
What a mess.
I think there's just.
But to be fair, he did say that he's gonna like go on his Insta live at 8 o'clock to explain everything.
To be honest, before this week, I didn't even know who he was. But I've just seen so many stories about this guy.
I follow him on Twitter, but the thing is, I can't remember why I followed him on Twitter. So, boy. Wait, before we even go into Ghost Banks, the Nigerian general election.
Oh.
What happened?
How can they postpone it 3 o'clock in the morning? postponed it for a week. 3:00 in the morning. The morning is the day it's meant to happen.
I saw, but that's because I was awake at that time. I was thinking, they postponed the election, but then I had to deep it. Wait, do you know what time?
Look at the time they've 3:00 in the morning.
Did they say why they're postponing it?
So apparently they weren't ready. Or so,
They weren't ready.
You've had 4 years to prepare for
this day, and we're not ready.
It's because he knows he's gonna lose, innit? So he's trying to mess it up. That's why.
Yeah, trying to. The elections rigged, and it was like most elections,
rigged
it's rigged anyway. Because there's a video on Twitter, where like someone was like the police pulled over some guy, and then they found out the election results in his car a day before the election.
How? Are you Jesus?
Is that how? Like we have
Nigeria.
the country haven't voted it. So how have you got the results? But then someone was saying that like the story didn't make sense because the guy they pulled over, he was like the car stopped somewhere before. So the car's obviously stopped somewhere, and then obviously I think he's got in it or something like that, and then obviously the car's continued driving. So he's trying to explain before you stop me here, the car stopped somewhere else previously. So someone could have put it, but as he's talking, the police officer that's holding the thing is like cutting him off. So people will say maybe the officer has something to do with it to kind of deflect.
How are you postponing an election the morning of election?
At
3:00 in the morning.
When everybody's sleeping.
That's so everyone. So people that didn't know about the postponed elections.
So they probably like. So I'm not. I say not everyone's going to be asleep at 3:00 in the morning. Majority of the country are going to be asleep at 3:00 in the morning. Yeah. But obviously a few of them are going to be awake and then obviously spread the news when people are waking up.
And that's the thing. Like, even yesterday when I was talking about it to someone and they were like, how you know that like people fly back to like places to go and vote like from where they're from. So say you're in Lagos, but you're from Abuja. Yeah. You fly all the way
back to
for them to postpone the election.
Well, can't they just vote in Abuja?
I think you have to vote like where you're from. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the voting system works in Nigeria. So, like for example, if I was to move, because my parents live in Northampton, so for example, my driver license is registered to Northampton.
Okay.
So if I didn't change my polling station, I'd have to go back to Northampton to vote.
I think it's like
Yeah. So wherever you're registered is where you're gonna have to vote or cast your vote.
I didn't even know that, Yeah. But then it makes sense because they send, the thing that you have to bring.
Yeah, they send it to your
wherever you're registered. Yeah. Wow.
But how can it?
How do you postpone an election?
Oh, like when they said that due to like, I can't remember the word they used. But you've had 4 years to prepare for one day. It comes to the morning.
You're not ready. That makes no sense.
Oh no.
Logistics. Bullshit.
I remember seeing a tweet that someone said that like Nigeria should be given back to, or should be given to white people to control, like to run the country. I was like, how does it? Why? I
don't know. That's such a
very
touchy thing.
Yeah. At first, it didn't make sense, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, at the moment, Nigerians are running Nigeria, and look at the state of it now.
Yeah, but I mean, some people will probably argue that they've kind of been handed over like a country that was already, and the fact that we're so proud as well, it's like it makes it so much harder to convince us otherwise. Like
just
no, that is our tradition.
Yeah,
that's how it's been done.
So that is how it will continue. Like
it's clearly it's like the way it's not working. It's not working.
It's not working, sir.
It's not working.
Oh man,
it's not working well. That's how it's been done. So
it just doesn't make sense. And it's like the thing is that a minority of Nigeria want to change it, but I think because they're so used to because they're so used to like rubbish, they just bro.
The thing is, it's one of them ones where let's say someone comes in with a pure heart, they're innocent, blah blah blah, like you think they're incorruptible. I don't think anyone is truly incorruptible. They'll get into the system and then everyone has a price.
Yeah.
Or they'll just find some way to just
Yeah.
like suppress you. Like, so even though you have a certain amount of power,
Yeah.
you're very limited in what you can actually do. So that country needs a lot of help. A lot of help.
It needs to start again.
That's what I think. I think you just need to just clear it and then start again. Control Alt Delete.
I feel like that with America.
Yeah.
Thanos, just come and click your fingers or whatever you do, and just I don't know, wipe it out and start from again.
Because why is it only? Because even I think I was talking to Rachel about it. Like it's only African countries we hear this about when it comes to elections. With Zimbabwe, Mugabe didn't want to leave, even though he lost. He didn't want to leave. How long was he president of?
Decades.
He was president for years.
Decades, bro.
He was not trying to. Sir, you laugh. Hello.
Even when he lost, he
You
refused.
got to go.
Even if the guy died, he will find some way to make sure that he's still in power from
Sir.
from
Mugabe.
beyond.
That guy.
He lost and he still didn't want
He
to.
don't want to
I'm
leave.
not going. Oh yeah, carry me.
Yeah, but it's only with African countries you hear stuff like that.
But then you look at African countries like throughout history, like they've been run by people who didn't want to surrender power.
It's true.
Like the British didn't want to surrender power over the countries that they were.
African,
Like
yeah.
it was only not necessarily by force, but it's like in a sense they were kind of forced to give up the power that they have over those countries. So it's like seeing that. And I guess through history, you've seen that, okay, this country has been run by people that don't want to surrender power. So let's just get power and then just not give it to anybody else. Like, even that whole North and South thing, it's so stupid to me. Like, you acknowledge that the guy is doing a terrible job, but you say he should still have it because it's the North's time.
God.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It is really and truly the dumbest thing. Even if you were to do that, if it's the North's time, at least let it be someone who can do a good job.
Yeah.
And then when it's the South's time, let it be someone who
Rubbish.
Just,
Absolute. Rubbish.
I remember someone, I don't know if it was Ghana, and I don't even know if it's true, but someone said that, I think it was the president, he got all of like the politicians or like the corrupt politicians in the country
and
just blew it up.
Blew the house up or something.
I don't know if it's true though.
I don't know if it's true either.
I actually don't know if it's true.
I remember hearing that story.
But I don't know.
Can you imagine? Get all the corrupt people in one place and just blow the building up.
Blow up the building.
Get rid of them. Dirty people.
But then that makes you a corrupt person.
That makes you a criminal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's true. It makes you a criminal. The worst of...
there's such thing as crime in Africa.
That's the thing. When you've got people, like, they will be hoarding, like, millions and millions of dollars in houses, and they'll be using up electricity just to fan the money.
Gosh.
Fam, anything is possible in them countries, man. Anything is possible. What are you even keeping the money there? You're not even spending it.
They
just want money to have. That's it. Too greedy.
But you can see that because with African countries, there's no middle class.
Yeah.
It's either you're rich or you're poor.
Work, yeah.
I remember reading I read an article where it was like there's now starting to be like a middle class, but it's like they're not. I don't know. They're just not. A lot of them.
It's not middle enough.
Yeah, it's not middle enough. It's like
it's probably
slightly upper lower class.
Yeah. Lower middle. Middle lower.
Middle upper.
But it's sad.
Man.
Nah, I still rather live there than here though. Can't lie. If we have
it's
money.
only good if
but the
you
thing
have
is,
money.
it's only good if you have money
If
though.
you have money. I would hate to be broke in Nigeria.
Oh, mate.
But I remember someone saying like,
it's better off being broke here.
would you? Actually, yeah.
Yeah. No, maybe nah. If you're broke in Nigeria, then at least it's warm.
Yeah, true.
Can't be broke here in winter. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I remember I was like every morning when I'm going to work, there's this I come out of the tube station and I turn right, and like right ahead of me there's a woman that she's always there like in the morning, and obviously she's homeless. So like this week I read the note that she usually has. Like usually I ignore it, but I read it this week, and it was like, oh, I need to raise £15.20 just so I can have a meal.
So accurate
I'm
price.
thinking
Wait,
if things are that bad for you, that you are actually asking for £15.20. £15.20.
But where's she eating? Is it just her?
I don't know.
It's
just her.
If you see, she's got like a little house. She's got like a bed there.
Yeah.
Oh, in front of the tube station?
Yeah.
I'm surprised police don't move her on.
No, because it's outside. It's like the tube station is here. It's like there's a subway.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so it's technically not the station.
Yeah.
So
They can't really do anything.
They can't really do anything.
But £15.20.
Anyone.
I said to myself, I do not want to ever find myself having to struggle to raise £15.20.
That homelessness in this country is disgusting, like,
mate.
And the thing is, even now, she's not the only person on that little, I call it a strip now, because you've got her. She's got like the prime location. Saying you got people like off her bit.
Yeah.
So there's one person like close to the corner, and then around the corner you got another person. So then if you follow the subway up and then you go into the next subway, over there there's one that's even more decorated than the one she has.
And he has a dog.
Yeah. So it's just mad. That's like Hyde Park.
Yeah.
So around Hyde Park, around Victoria, you just got so many.
Actually, because it's like proper covered.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Proper
Her one
covered.
is like kind of on the outside.
Yeah.
A bit. So if it gets cold, she'll
feel
cold.
it. Yeah.
But he won't feel it as much.
Yeah.
It's peak, man.
Wow.
Life is tough, man.
Very tough.
In Canterbury, they used to be homeless people. As soon as the shops close, you see them all coming out to come and lay their sleeping bags and stuff in front of the shops, because there's still the warmth from the shop on the inside, but obviously it's still cold, but it's warm. And then you see the police come in to tell them to move, and then they'll walk around, come back. Like there was so many, literally, because there's the town and then obviously there's like a high street bit, and then there's shops here, shops there, and then obviously you walk in the middle. Every shop there's a homeless person in front of it. Every shop.
It's like all the central areas, isn't it? As soon as the barriers come down, that's when they come out.
I remember when I was in uni and I was walking, I think I was going on a night out, so I was a little bit waved, but we were pre-drinking and I had to go and buy more alcohol. So I'm going to Tesco's on the campus, and I keep hearing this woman like screaming at the top of her lungs, screaming. So I'm thinking, like, what's going on? I'm looking around, but I can't see anything.
Yeah.
So I carry on walking, and then I hear her screaming again, and I can look in the distance and I see a woman like coming towards me, and she's still screaming. So I'm like picking up the pace. So I go into Tesco's and I buy. I've obviously bought the drink. So obviously in the process of me finding the drink, queuing up and buying it, the woman's now made it to Tesco's. So I can now make out what she's saying. She's screaming at the top of her lungs, "Have you got 20p, please? I need 20p." Like 20p. 20p.
Mate.
And she's hysterical, like she's crying, like asking and begging anyone for 20p.
But the thing is, I can understand why some people don't give homeless people money, because a lot of them are like off their head on drugs. Like it's
I'd rather like use money and go buy them food. Something. Buy food rather than
I
give
see
them.
that all the time. When I used to work at House of Fraser in Victoria, there was a guy that always used to stand outside McDonald's. Every time I went to McDonald's, I always bought him a tea and a Big Mac.
Yeah.
That because I don't. Sometimes if I have change, I'll give them money, but like because I know that a lot of them like are on drugs, and it's like I'm not going to be an enabler.
Yeah.
Like I'll just buy you food, and I used to do it all the time.
And I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if this is a way to tell, but sometimes I feel like the ones that when you buy them food and they don't want it, like
that's cheeky. How
I feel like they're the ones that maybe
let me tell you the
they
ones
want
that
you the
will
money.
piss you off. There was a time, it was my friend's birthday now. We're all outside, and then the people, like, they've come to ask for money. So then I don't have no change. Like I don't really carry change around unless like, and I know that if I'm going somewhere I need to pay cash on the door or something. So I had like maybe £3 in my purse. So I've given him like £2.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even have £3. I had like bare like 20p coins, 50p coins. So I've given it to him, and he's like, "Is that it?" You know, I slapped the bottom of his hand and collected my change back. You're rude.
Is that it?
Even when I was on the train yesterday, there was a guy.
I collected my money back.
There was a guy that was like he was walking down the train, basically asking people for money. So then obviously everyone's kind of just ignoring him, looking away, blah, blah, blah. And then this young guy, he pulls out his wallet and he gives him some money.
Yeah.
So obviously the guy is now seeing it, and he's sat down next to him, and then he's holding out his hand. The guy gives him money. So then the guy's still staying there. So obviously I've got my headphones on, so I can't really hear what he's saying. Yeah. So then I put one ear out, and I can hear him. He's like basically saying, "Oh, I need more. Like, is this all like you've got? I need some more." And he's just staying there, like proper leaning and swaying. And then I hear the guy, like the young guy, saying, "Oh, like that's all the cash I've got."
Yeah.
And then the guy gets up, and then he starts swaying. Then he's going to other people, like, and this is on the overground, so obviously the doors, there's no doors between the carriages, so he can literally just go up and down.
But sometimes, even with these homeless people, you need to be careful if they're actually homeless or not, because there's a guy in Peckham, right? If you ever go to Peckham post office, there's a guy there, that's actually his job. So he lives he has a house.
Yeah. He's not homeless.
His house is bigger than mine, right? Okay. So he has a house Burden Bush Road, so it's like close to where he works.
Yeah.
So he comes every morning, literally 9 o'clock till 5 p.m. He's outside the post office begging for money. And if you see this man, he's in a suit every day. That's what he does. And then there's a chicken shop right next to the post office. He goes there, eats his lunch for 1 hour, comes out and starts begging again. That's his job. And he's still he's been doing it for years, and he still lives in that house. So I think it's one of them houses where you share with other people, so everybody gets their own floor, kind of thing. But it's that's the only thing that he does every day, Monday to Friday, sometimes on a Saturday as well. He's there, so he makes enough money to pay his rent
and eat
chicken every day.
Fine dining.
And the thing is, everyone in Peckham knows him now.
And they still give him money.
And they still give him money. If you ask anyone, that fat man that's always outside Peckham post office, everyone knows him. Everyone knows that's what he does. There was another Chinese one, but I feel like he just got this guy looked better than me. Nike tracksuit, you're begging me for money. Trainers that just came out yesterday, he's got them, and you're begging. And then people started buying him food instead. He didn't want it. So then I think he just stopped begging in Peckham. Probably gone somewhere else now.
Camberwell. I remember I think I was going home. I finished work and I got off the train. I was walking, but I had headphones in, and I realized this guy was following me. Or so there's the shops, and obviously I walk past the shops, and so I'm walking past, and he said something, but obviously I can't hear him, so I've taken my headphones out. And he's like, "Oh, have you got any change?" I was like, "No, I've got no change." And I go to walk on. I was like, "Oh, you got any notes then?" I'm like,
"How rude! You have no manners. You should have pressed his mouth like this. Yeah, rude.
I've got no change. You asked for notes. I was just I have no notes.
Even one that followed my mom to the cash point, It's all right. Just withdraw me.
Some of them sit by the cash point.
Yeah,
now.
on
Yeah,
purpose.
they did that in Birmingham.
Is it?
Oh, it annoyed me. There was one guy. He would lie down. He would be posted up where the Tesco's was. So obviously outside the Tesco's, there's a cash machine, and it's he'll position himself where the exit is, and where in between where the exit is and where the cash point is. So if you're coming out from Tesco's, he wants money from you because he wants the change that that Tesco's gave you. Or if you're going to the cash machine, he wants.
But surely, if I go to a cash machine, I'm going to take out exactly what I need.
Exactly.
I'm not going to take out extra.
Why am I going to give you money
You think the money is growing inside that cash machine?
And the thing is, he's even positioning himself in the wrong place.
Yeah.
We're students. We're probably as broke as you are.
Yeah.
Innit?
If student loan doesn't drop this month, I'm going to be sitting right next to you.
sitting right next to you.
You think the money that I'm withdrawing is mine?
Fam, that belongs to the bank. I'm an overdraft.
So, we in the same
We're in the same position. At least you got no debts. I'm in debt to the bank.
Gosh.
Right.
Fuck you mean?
Nice.
Homeless people, like some of them, like I feel so sorry for them, but there's cheeky ones.
So the track list for the Ghost, the Formula visual EP, produced by MK, designed by Ghost. So track number 1, Hustler, featuring Kojo Funds. Track number 2, La Vida Loca, featuring Nadia Rose. Track 3, Everywhere We Go, featuring T Muller. I actually rate T Muller, he's quite good. Track 4, Waved, featuring Malv on the track. I don't know who that is. Track 5, Let It Go, featuring Mist and Malogo.
Mist
And Malogo. Does that even make sense?
Out of retirement.
Oh my God.
And track number 5, Kuna, featuring Big Tobes
and Blitz.
That's a bonus track.
Can you hear the caliber of artists on that?
Bam.
Mist and Malogo. Big Mist that's flying things inside his music videos.
What's he flying?
You know, his music videos are very
he's got very extravagant.
Very extravagant.
So he's basically even like he's messaging, like he's DMing this producer guy.
Yeah.
And basically the producer, I think he's been expressing how he's a bit frustrated.
Yeah.
So he said he can't rely on the artist unless they come to him. What happens is that he goes to them, they start writing to the song, but then they take too long, and then they just stop feeling the beat. So then he was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the guy sent Ghost Banks a beat, and he said that beat can have 3 artists on it at once. Then you can have a part 2 with another 3, then a part 3, then lock it off. How do you make 3 parts?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then he said he's just getting the right artist. So the guy was like, he doesn't even know any artists like that.
And he
this
starts
guy
naming
is throwing out the
names.
names. He said he can get Bane, Kojo, and Wars. He said that's an easy 3 competitor for you. Then he said Paige Keiki, Banks, C Kane. I could lock those off. I could lock off 3 of those for you. That's quick as well. Then he said Tobes, Blitz, Bonkers. I can pattern those 3 as well. And nothing happened. Nothing
came with it. Because he said he's going to go, I think I said it, he's going to go live at 8 o'clock. So I want to hear, because he's saying that like his name is being dragged through the mud and all of this.
But isn't that what Fraud Bay, didn't he say that she was lying? And he was so convinced
that she was lying.
Or like,
but didn't he come out and admit
but
it
he was so convinced. He said it was true. Yeah, but that's after all the proof. But I remember him saying that I may be lying or I may be just misremembering. But I remember him saying like don't believe everything you see or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like,
I don't know.
Basically trying to just But this come on, this guy's probably a pathological liar himself. Like, probably. All of these stories that people are telling.
Yeah. And then someone paid £700 for.
I can't get over that. Logo.
I can't even picture the 2 of them together.
I can't imagine it, but maybe it could just be a banger. But Malogo, he doesn't really like he's a bit silent nowadays, and then he comes and does his, No,
I think I actually like Malogo.
I do.
He's got. I think he's working on an EP. I think he was in Nigeria like.
But that's the thing. He's more like doing things with Nigerian artists now. I think because I think.
But I think he's more. Or recently he's been songwriting a lot more.
Yeah.
Or writing songs.
Writing songs more.
A lot
that's
more.
What I'm thinking. Like.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
That's a weird combination. I missed that Malogo.
Mr. Malogo. That's what I'm thinking. Like. And where do you just pick out Malogo? Like,
that's the thing that's confused. Like Malogo, he's been like very. What do I want to say? Like. Behind the scenes, a lot lately.
Or under the radar.
Yeah, under the radar a lot lately. So it's like you only bring him out and then you've come and you didn't add him with someone like notes or something that will make sense. missed. Carla's back with her. Shaki one. What I don't understand. Wow.
I think it's one of the ones where he probably thought, okay, if I told him like maybe like Wizkid or something like that,
You might as well have missed.
Yeah.
Missed
Missed
music
and
videos
okay.
remind you of how poor you are.
Yeah.
The visuals are
No,
so
yeah, they
clear.
are.
He's in one house in the
Crisp.
middle of nowhere. Like you can touch it.
Can feel it.
Wow. Anyway,
Yeah, I think he just promised the world to like bare ice. I don't know if that's the same guy that
And
paid
who was that
£700.
for?
A producer.
A producer called it producer
Produced by
MK.
MK.
Yeah.
I feel like people need to like. I think people like if you show not desperation, but like if people can sense you're desperate for something, they'll take advantage of it. Because clearly this guy was hungry to like have his beat.
And the thing is, like, why would you not? If that was me, like anything that I do, I can't get myself involved with someone without seeing things that they've done before.
Yeah.
What have you done? You're telling me what you can do, but okay, what have you actually done up to now? Show me what you've done so I can see. Then it's just like if you're buying something, if you're buying a new camera, you want to read reviews first.
Yeah.
Does it work? What does it do? That's the same. Anyway, people.
You know the clothing brand, Manière de Voir.
Yeah.
So
apparently said he's the CEO.
He's the CEO.
Who?
This guy said he's the CEO.
Of Man of the Voir.
Oh yeah.
But no, but someone said like he said like, Ghostbank said that. Show me a screenshot or where I said that I was.
So they could be lying.
Yeah.
Man of the Voir.
CEO. Do you know what that means?
Hey.
Oh.
Lord
have mercy.
If he's a CEO, then he can get Mr. Melogo for real. Then.
Yeah, because he said, I think that same. If you read further that, somewhere it says, "Oh, show me where I said that
It's liars that always say things like that, you know.
Show me where I said that.
Show me where I said that. Show me the evidence. And then when you show them the evidence,
they're like, but what I meant to say was
no, you misread. That's
how can we misread something that you wrote?
That's how I know you're dumb. You jumped too fast because that's not what I meant. What I meant is that CEO is not actually CEO that you're thinking of. Is something else.
Yeah.
Apparently it's some light skinned guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
But any profile picture of dark skin guy?
See,
no, the CEO. Apparently the CEO
of
of Man of the Voir is a light skinned guy.
Oh, okay.
Man of the Voir.
No, but it's...
Apparently he even faked the fundraiser for Grenfell Tower. I remember I remember seeing what's it called?
That's
a WhatsApp group that he created, like getting everything prepared, and they said that they had to postpone it because of the sheer scale of what they were doing, like because it's going to be a large event.
Yeah.
They said that the council had to kind of postpone it so that they could do like risk assessments and stuff. And he was like, it was going to be a big event because even people like Adele were going to be in attendance.
To be fair, he didn't say which Adele. We could have said it could have been the Adele that owns the calf down the road. We don't know.
That's
so
true.
technically he wasn't lying.
That's true.
Oh my, but that's true, you know.
True.
And it's just the fact that you said Adele.
Adele
Who?
Adele
She doesn't have a last name
Adele
as far as
Burgess
exactly
from the one. It's true. That's so true. To be honest,
could have been a computer.
I hate you.
Could have been a computer. What? It's not Adele.
You know, he should have done that. He should have done that. 100%. He should have done that. Just put Adele on the stage.
Oh my!
drop and die.
Oh my god! People
just put Adele on the stage.
People actually,
you can't argue. What are you gonna say?
People will collapse.
You're stupid, man. You misheard me. I didn't say
That's
Adele.
How you're fast. You're fast.
I said Adele.
Yeah, Adele computer. Have you not seen? Oh. Can you imagine?
Oh man. Oh goodness gracious me. But yeah, he said that with that, I think he wanted to get Angel, the R&B artist.
He's gone to America now.
Is it?
He signed a deal with an American record label.
Who?
Oh,
Angel.
He's,
Is it R&B singer?
yeah. I know a song of his, but I can't remember. But you know, who are these ones? Western. So he's
brothers
in
the
Western.
one with the one that's gone to prison.
Yeah, what was his name?
Akil?
Akil, something like that.
Okay, I think I've heard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what song Angel's done.
The only one I know is, I think, Superstar. No, not Superstar.
Well, come up with Shaggy. I knew he was going to do that.
It was him. But man, I can't remember how the song goes. But it sounds like very like rock. Not rock, but like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It was different.
Wonderful,
that's the one.
Oh, okay.
I used to bang that song out. So
I ever played the snowboarding game. Does it sound like something you play on like with the background stuff for something snowboarding?
Yeah, it does, you know.
Like hippie.
So wonderful. Well. No, I like it though. Angel.
Is it Adele? What, you like computers still? Oh, mate.
Oh my goodness.
She needs to come.
Yeah, but I feel like people like that, whether if it's let's just say allegedly, like people like that, they play off people's desperation to be. I think everyone that maybe nowadays wants to be famous or they want to be known for something.
Yeah.
So the moment someone senses like you're willing to do anything to get that fame, you're going to play off of that. It's the same thing with the Fire Festival.
Yeah. That was literally the whole point.
Like everyone wants to be like they want to be involved.
Yeah. Like I met Kendall Jenner. I partied with her on the boat.
It was like super exclusive, so maybe that's why you didn't hear about it. Like tickets were like $100,000.
And the way they'll throw that number around like so casually.
Yeah.
Like, they just want you to know that they've got that money.
That's mad.
Spend.
I don't think I could ever spend $100,000 for a concert.
No.
To go and do what? I don't understand. To jump. And what does that include? Like every time I go to a club and they're like, "Oh, it's £20 on the door," but what does that include?
Yeah.
Just entry, no drink,
nothing,
rice,
takeaway,
meat pie.
I imagine.
What? I don't understand. £20. No, but at the club I went to yesterday, they gave meat pie away for free.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what your thing includes. Meat
See,
pie.
that would make sense.
That would make sense. How much did you pay?
£10.
Even £10. Huh?
£20.
So you paid £20 for meat pie.
Yeah, it was still bullshit, but
and the experience.
And the experience, it was still bullshit, but at least that's the only place I've been to that they actually gave people meat pie. And like I was thinking, oh, do you have to pay for it? They were like, no, like that's what we do. After on Fridays and Saturdays, they do like Afro beats, like, the whole night, and then they'll give meat pie to everyone.
What club is it?
Coco Cure.
Oh, okay, I've heard of that place. Is it big?
Not really. What club is really big though?
Yeah, it's
London?
true.
But it's a decent size. It's not. It wasn't tight at all.
I think clubs are small or smallish on purpose.
Yeah.
Because the more people they get in there, the like more packed it looks.
Yeah, they can just create the illusion.
Yeah.
That's big.
Like LA Lounge, when you go to LA Lounge, when you're in there, it's tiny. Yeah. But if you see it on Snapchat, if you're flipping out, it's huge. Yeah, it's
the first time I went to LA Lounge, I was thinking, what's this?
Where's the rest of it?
Somebody's garage or what?
Because I remember the first time I went was for Yemi's birthday. And I remember thinking to myself, if I spat, I'm definitely sure it reached the other end of the room. Like,
that's how small it is.
It's tiny.
Well, you see,
I like the way it looks like one of those, not like underground. But it's like where it's located, it's like under a bridge or something like that.
Yeah,
like, it just
it's like away from civilization.
Yeah,
LA Lounge. I'll never go there again.
Nah.
They've turned it to some. It used to be all right. I think during Yemi's birthday, it was still okay.
Yeah, but they closed down for a bit and then they reopened recently, I think. But they've got like a I don't know if it's a strip club. But they've got a bit next to it called The Cave, and I think it's every Friday.
It's a strip club.
Yeah, they get strippers in there.
I don't know why, but I feel like I just want to go to a strip club in the UK just to see what it's like.
Apparently it's shit.
That's why I want to see what it's like.
I can only it can't be great.
Apparently it's
I just want to see it for myself.
Yeah. Apparently it's so shit though.
Is it?
It's so shit. Like, you know, and I think the reason why it's so shit is because you know you kind of know what an American strip club is going to be like. So you go there thinking that even if it's not the same, it's going to be like similar.
Yeah.
But because I had a friend that went to one, he went to one in Canterbury. But
go.
Why would you go to one in Kent? What the hell is that?
But he was like, how it was just so dead. Like, it was so shit. But I think there's one in Central called, I forgot what it's called. No, I forgot what it's called. But apparently that one's all right.
What, Chocolate City?
No, not Chocolate City.
Chocolate City is not really a strip. It's more like a, I was going to say circus. But
Magic Mike.
But you know, like they travel around to different clubs.
Yeah.
Like a tour.
Yeah. Chocolate City.
I think the male one in this country probably
pops off more.
Because I don't think you don't get many male
strippers. Yeah, they probably will know each other.
Right, Tom?
Yeah, Tom. Just going to this event. Nah, I don't know. I still feel like I want to. And I want to go to one in Nigeria because apparently them ones is traumatizing.
A strip club.
Someone said it is traumatizing. The things they said.
I wouldn't be able to take it seriously. I was like, are they going to really be stripping to Afrobeats? What would they strip to?
Oh man, that's what I want to know.
Or stripping to live band?
No, you know that'd be.
Get out.
They should get a live band in there and just like, you know how they it's like they do it to the audience, like they bring the audience into it.
Yeah.
And it's like they'll call like your name
and
stuff
call
like
the
that.
stripper. Oh god. America's the only place where, because America have turned stripping into like,
it's a business right now, man.
Like, if you're not stripping, in like,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
The thing, I feel like the reason I look at America is like the ultimate marketing machine.
Yeah.
America as a country can sell you anything. They can sell you.